Oh, I thought you might be expecting it. Yes, I think we do. We would very much like to come back to the burlesque school with some more Shakespeare, yes, and we've been talking about it. We haven't settled what it would be yet, but it would be very nice to do that. I'd love to do that. Yes. Sonia must be happy with me. I'm very, very happy with her.
Good. I'm always glad to welcome her up.
Welcome to take time. How did you compare Shakespeare here?
How did they compare the audiences here to London? The audience here was a bit more like the audience in the Globe, very expressive and enthusiastic and thoughtful. I think it was one of those rare occasions in the theatre where something you've been doing for quite a while happens to be just what the audience wants. I'm not meaning that in a boasting way, it's because you can't really, you try and do that, but in the end it's a touch of grace really. But it was one of those rare occasions where what we were doing seemed to make sense to them. And so it was very, very joyous. Thank you.
As an actor who spent much of his life straddling the Atlantic, do you feel a special kinship with Sam Longacre?
Yes, I suppose I do, also because he grew up in Chicago and I grew up in Milwaukee. And both of us were outsiders in London, and I think there's a little bit more of the love of the new in America, and perhaps the love of the old in England, and that Sam certainly struggled with that. He had a very new idea, and that's why it took 25 years for the English to accept it, unfortunately meaning that he died before he could see it. But I felt like that myself sometimes in England. So yes, he was an inspiration to me, Sam.
How does Twelfth Night compare with previous?
Can you say that once more?
Yeah. How does Twelfth Night compare with previous?
With my previous win. Well, this one's very delightful because I'm not on my own. There were two other actors from the company in this category, and Sam Barnett is in the leading actor category, and Tim and Jenny. And I think there are 8 nominations, including Best Revival for the whole thing. And that's why I came into the theatre. It's a good way to be in a group or a gang or a family. So I've sometimes felt these awards more isolating, but tonight it feels much more like the whole group is being celebrated, and that's very joyous for me. Yes, sir.
The whole group's being celebrated as you want, sir. So how is about those others being celebrated as well, that you were nominated for?
Sorry, I missed your point.
I said you won, the others are being celebrated. Talk to us about winning with you also being nominated as other stars.
I'm very happy that nowadays nominations are treated with almost as much respect as winning. You see outside the theatres arriving yesterday, nominated, 8 nominations, and that's really that's great encouragement to the audience to come and see a play or hear a play. I'm sure there are 15 or 20 other actors in my category who are right on the edge of being nominated. There's so many good actors around at the moment, so I do feel that being nominated is an enormous celebration, and then winning amongst those is a little bit of an embarrassment, I suppose it feels. But the nomination is the thing that means the most to me. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, during your warm-up, wonderful warm-up that you all put the costumes on and how ready, then you were doing this hand, you were doing this kind of very dramatic warm-up gesture. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
Well, what is that about?
Well, when you play a woman, one of the things when you play a woman is, to be rather obvious, is you need to turn your arms out like that a bit more, and your hand needs to be a little bit more open than the grasping male hand, if anything. And particularly an aristocratic woman like that, who would never have lifted her hand to do any labor. So after a day of normal life, I'd like to stretch my hands before playing the Countess Olivia so that my gestures would be more feminine. But it was just something to do while standing in front of the audience. Maybe it was a bit dramatic. Yeah.
You were the artistic director of the Globe in London and for so many years, and now bringing Shakespeare to Broadway. What is your advice for actors who are tackling Shakespeare and that language in that time for the first time?
Well, it lives because each age needs to find the way that the nature of that age can be expressed through Shakespeare. And what happens is someone does it rather well, you know, like say the way Brando acted and brought in a new style of acting, right? And that was brand new. And then people start to copy him, and then it becomes kind of calcinated or stuck, and it's not the new thing anymore, it's a copy of something that was new. And then someone needs to break through again with what's actually the true nature of this generation. And so that it's really to apply your own human nature as an actor to the stuff, not be overawed by how it's being successfully done in the generation ahead of you, but because the way we express ourselves and where we are is the form of it is changing, or the essential thing is what is very true, and that's what you'll find in Shakespeare. Off the top of my head, that's the best I can do.
Terrific, thank you.
Yes. Yes, at the back you had a question.
Hi, I'm from Shakespeare. I read an article in which you talked about how acting is just playing and enjoying yourself, and I'm a young actor, so can you elaborate on that a little bit?
You should play and enjoy yourself. Yeah. No, it is. I think I first heard Jimmy Cagney say that. It's just child's play, and he did. When you watch his work, if you watch the film actor Jimmy Cagney, I don't know if you know his work, but he's a brilliant actor, and you can see he's just playing. And it's the imagination can do amazing things, you know. And it's a little bit freer when you're young, so you want to keep your imagination free. But yes, playing it, really, our director was very keen on saying we must play to win. It mustn't just pretend that we want to be king, we must really try and become king. And so playing to win. Playing ball games is good. Thank you.
Hi, I'm just asking a lot of players, what advice would you give to your 15-year-old self?
To my 15-year-old self.
Yes.
Oh, he was in trouble. Find a way to talk to people.
How did you come up with the walk? Or were you on stage?
The walk for Olivia, I had the good fortune to visit Japan, sir, and see the brilliant Onagata actors. And they're very good at the difference between stillness and movement, and very true. And her grief, her little walk of grief, which is in the play that she's going to walk 7 times every day for 7 years, seemed the complete opposite to where she would get to at the end of the play, when she was wildly trying to find this man that she'd fallen in love with. So it was the contrast of the two that interested me. But I also wanted it to be incredibly composed. And frozen, like a tree in winter.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you very much.